Hey everyone! So, picture this. It's 1993, and three guys walk into a Denny's restaurant in San Jose. They're about to start a company that will one day be worth over $2 trillion. But here's the kicker, they have no idea they're going to accidentally become the most important company in the artificial intelligence revolution. I'm talking about NVIDIA, and if you think this is just another tech company story, trust me, you're in for a wild ride. Before we dive in, if you enjoy deep dives into the companies shaping our future, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Seriously, we've got some incredible content coming up, and you won't want to miss it. So let's go back to that Denny's in 1993. Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem had a simple idea. Make graphics cards that could render 3D video games better than anything else on the market. That's it. Video games. Their first product? The NV1, released in 1995. And honestly, it kind of flopped. It used quadratic texture mapping when everyone else was using triangles. Bad timing, wrong bet. But here's what separated NVIDIA from the hundreds of other tech startups that died in the 90s. They learned fast and pivoted faster. In 1999, everything changed. NVIDIA released the GeForce 256, and they did something brilliant. They coined the term GPU, Graphics Processing Unit. Before this, people just called them graphics cards or accelerators. But by branding it as a GPU, NVIDIA positioned their product as something fundamentally different, a specialized processor. And it was different. The GeForce 256 could perform 10 million polygons per second. Gamers went crazy for it. Suddenly, NVIDIA wasn't just another graphics card company. They were the graphics card company. Throughout the 2000s, NVIDIA dominated gaming. Each new GPU generation brought better performance, better graphics, more realistic gaming experiences. Gamers became almost cult-like in their loyalty. You were either Team NVIDIA or Team AMD, and the battles in online forums were legendary. But Jensen Huang saw something others didn't. He realized that the parallel processing architecture they'd built for rendering graphics, processing thousands of calculations simultaneously, could be used for much, much more than gaming. Here's where it gets really interesting. In 2006, NVIDIA launched something called CUDA, Compute Unified Device Architecture. Stay with me here, because this is the moment that changed everything. CUDA allowed programmers to use NVIDIA's GPUs for general-purpose computing, not just graphics. Why does this matter? Because certain types of calculations, the kind used in scientific research, data analysis, and yes, artificial intelligence, require massive parallel processing. A traditional CPU might have 8, 16, maybe 64 cores processing tasks sequentially. An NVIDIA GPU, thousands of cores working simultaneously. It's like the difference between one person solving 1,000 math problems in a row versus 1,000 people solving them all at once. At first, the market didn't really get it. Wall Street analysts questioned why NVIDIA was spending so much money on this compute stuff when gaming was their bread and butter. But Jensen Huang is nothing if not persistent. He kept investing, kept pushing CUDA, kept believing that parallel processing was the future. Universities and research labs started using NVIDIA GPUs for simulations, modeling weather patterns, protein folding, molecular dynamics. Then crypto miners discovered that GPUs were perfect for mining Bitcoin and Ethereum. NVIDIA's stock went on a roller coaster ride. But the real breakthrough was happening quietly in research labs around the world. AI researchers discovered that training neural networks, which requires performing trillions of mathematical operations, was exponentially faster on GPUs than CPUs. In 2012, a team led by Jeffrey Hinton used NVIDIA GPUs to train a neural network called AlexNet that crushed the competition in an image recognition contest. This was the moment deep learning exploded into the mainstream of AI research. And every single breakthrough after that was powered by NVIDIA GPUs. Fast forward to 2016. Google's AlphaGo defeats the world champion at Go, one of the most complex games ever created. The system used, you guessed it, NVIDIA GPUs. Suddenly, every tech company on the planet realized they needed to invest heavily in AI. And every single one of them needed NVIDIA's hardware to make it happen. NVIDIA didn't just sell them GPUs, though. They'd built an entire ecosystem. CUDA for programming, CUDNN for deep learning, TensorT for optimization, and specialized chips like the A100 and H100 designed specifically for AI training and inference. It's like they built the pickaxes and shovels for the AI gold rush, except they also built the mines, the transportation system, and wrote the manual on how to find gold. Here's a mind-blowing stat. Training GPT-3, the language model behind ChatGPT, required about 10,000 NVIDIA GPUs running for weeks, and OpenAI is far from the only company building these massive models. Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Anthropic, they're all in an arms race to build bigger and better AI systems, and they all need NVIDIA's chips. The demand has been so insane that NVIDIA's H100 chips, which cost around $25,000 to $40,000 each, have had waiting lists months long. Some companies have reportedly spent billions of dollars on NVIDIA hardware alone, and the numbers reflect this. In 2023, NVIDIA's data center revenue, which is mostly AI chips, exceeded their gaming revenue for the first time ever. We're talking about tens of billions of dollars in revenue from AI alone. But here's what's truly remarkable. NVIDIA currently controls an estimated 80 or 95% of the market for AI training chips. That's not dominance. That's a near monopoly. Companies literally cannot build cutting-edge AI without NVIDIA's hardware and software ecosystem. Now, NVIDIA isn't resting on its laurels. They're pushing into new territories that showcase just how ambitious this company has become. They're building their own AI models and platforms. NVIDIA AI Foundations lets companies build custom AI models using NVIDIA's infrastructure. They're working on autonomous vehicles with their Drive platform. Pretty much every company working on self-driving cars uses NVIDIA technology. They've got Omniverse, a platform for creating virtual worlds and digital twins for simulations. They're working on drug discovery, climate modeling, robotics, and something called digital biology that could revolutionize how we understand diseases. Jensen Huang talks about something he calls accelerated computing. The idea that specialized chips like GPUs will handle more and more of the world's computing workload because they're simply more efficient than general-purpose CPUs for many tasks. And he might be right. NVIDIA's chips are being used to make everything faster and smarter. Weather prediction, financial modeling, video editing, medical imaging, genomics research. The list goes on and on. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Competition is heating up. AMD is fighting for market share. Google has its own TPU chips for AI. Amazon and Microsoft are developing custom silicon. And then there are startups like Cerebras and Graphcore trying to build better AI chips. There are also geopolitical issues. The US government has restricted NVIDIA from selling its most advanced chips to China, which was a huge market. That's led to NVIDIA creating special, nerfed versions of their chips for the Chinese market. But it's still a significant headwind. And let's not forget, NVIDIA's valuation is sky high because investors believe AI will continue growing exponentially. If that growth slows, or if competitors catch up, the stock could face serious pressure. But here's the thing. NVIDIA has executed brilliantly for over a decade. They made big, risky bets that paid off. They built not just great hardware, but an entire software ecosystem that makes their platform sticky. And they continue to innovate at a blistering pace. From a gaming company started in a Denny's to the backbone of the AI revolution, that's a pretty incredible journey. So what do you think? Is NVIDIA's dominance sustainable, or will competition eventually catch up? Are we seeing the birth of a tech monopoly, or is this just the company that executed best during a pivotal moment in computing history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all and love the discussions that happen in this community. And hey, If you made it this far, you clearly care about understanding the technology shaping our world. This channel is all about breaking down complex tech topics in a way that's actually engaging and understandable. We've got videos coming up on quantum computing, SpaceX's Starship program, the semiconductor supply chain, and so much more. So do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Click the bell icon so you get notified when we drop new videos. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. It helps more people discover this content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.